Redhawks sealing the deal. Huge win for them. So the FCAT crew, thank you all for joining us tonight. It's boys basketball. Frontier strikes right back. Dredge takes a three in the corner. 3 threes in a row for the Redhawks. Pulls the three. Yes! What a shot! Oh my God!
Look at that!
And you can kiss that goodbye!
That's the game.
This is exactly how the JV game is going. Hello and welcome to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm your host for tonight, Mason Smith, joined by Tyler Wolkowitz, and we're back in the Nest, Goodnow Gymnasium, for another boys basketball matchup. It's the Frontier Redhawks against the Hopkins Golden Hawks. Redhawks, the home team, are coming into this game with just one loss to Greenfield. 5-1 their record, 2-1 in the conference. They're tied for third with Drury in their conference. And the Golden Hawks from Hopkins are coming into this game 2-6, 0-3 in their conference, and are currently ranked last. So a tough turnaround from last year when they gave the Redhawks a bit of a run for their money when they played them at their home court, Tyler. But we're going to be seeing the starting lineups here in a moment. Any final thoughts?
Well, I know it's going to be a good game, Mace. I'm confident of that. These players seem to be pretty strong from the Hopkins team, but it seems altogether this season they haven't been playing as well, as cohesively. So we're going to see how they can handle this very fast-paced Frontier team.
All right, and we will go down onto the floor in just a moment here. But we have some big news coming from the Red Hawks, Tyler, and some fortunate news for their chances in this game. Top scorer, captain, and just a veteran player all around. Max Millette, he is out tonight. He had a fever last night, we were told by some of his teammates, of 102. So stepping up for him and getting his first varsity start of the year is number 1, Carter Miller.
Very promising player, just being checked out by the ref to make sure his, what is that? Is that
it's a finger split?
2 finger split? Yeah. All right, yeah. His
2 fingers on his left hand.
Middle finger and pointer finger. See if that affects his shooting at all.
Yeah, shooting maybe. I don't know about the dribbling as much. I'm pretty sure he's right-handed.
Yep.
But it looked like there was also an injury for the Golden Hawks in warm-ups. We haven't seen that player since. I don't believe he's on the bench right now. I could be wrong about that, as that pass is sent too hard on the near side to Jack Sizz.
Not surprising. Just starting out.
And Modesto has a look up top. Can't find the 3 ball as it rolls out from the right.
It's a good take, though. Gave him plenty of room.
Too much room.
Yep.
And now pass to Sizz connects this time. Excuse me, that's not Sizz. They switched it around. Yep. Vassallo. And now West. Harry West low in the shoulder. Low. And now beyond the arc. Sizz for the 3 ball. Got it.
Nice. Good finish there. Found some space.
And now Ellis, looking for an answer, goes back door. Here's the feed to Modesto. He's denied on the low blocks. Big men showing up early here. 3-0 the early score. Hopkins on top. Loose ball, out of bounds. And it's going to stay with the Golden Hawks. Pass up top to Vassallo, covered by Diego Frazier. Frazier pokes the ball loose, and it's going to go back court. No call off the tip, and it's taken away. Miller, feed up to Frazier, who loses the ball himself. Ellis.
Oh, just barely over it back.
Very close, very close.
Wow, his right toe was over. That was a very close call by the ref.
And now it's going to be Jack Sizz on the triggers. They move the inbound spot up a little bit here, past half court. They send it back to Chase Earl. Earl, the top scorer for the Golden Hawks, 106 points on the season. Looking for a 3 ball in the corner. It's dumped down low. Opening denied. Ellis gets his hands on it. Frazier gets his legs taken out, and it's going to be a foul against Logan Bai, it looks like.
Yep. Yeah, some pretty fierce reactions there coming out from the rebound. Often causes a foul.
And now it's Carter Miller bringing it up for the Red Hawks. Screen set by Modesto on the elbow. Now it's Dredge. Thought about a shot. Now pulls the jumper. Off the rim. Rebound is there for Earl. He's going to bring it up for Hopkins across half court. 6:10 to go in the first quarter. 3-0 Golden Hawks. Miller putting some pressure on Earl, and he gets the pass away to Sizz. Back to Earl. Screen set up top. And denied. Ellis with his second block of the night. Launched down the court. Miller picks it up. Layup goes.
Wow.
First varsity start and first points of the night for Carter Miller.
Leaving no doubt that he deserves to be here and play on this team.
Despite the 2-finger splint that we were talking about before the tip-off. And Frazier deflects a pass again. Press working for the Hawks. Frazier can almost save it.
Yeah, Frontier displaying their speed very early. That time didn't work out, but earlier on, Carter Miller was able to get that right before it came out. Very impressive. This full court press might be trouble for Hopkins.
And it was a bit of a hasty pass, too, but Hopkins still struggling to get the inbound in. Now they finally do to Harry West, who will take it up himself off the dribble. West taking it down low, and it's going to be a foul against Rowan Modesto, who we're going to be keeping an eye on him a little bit. He was talking to me earlier today about he tweaked his, it looks like his right knee in practice the other day. So he says it's all right now, but, you know, later on in the game after running up and down a lot, might be some cause for concern, Tyler.
Absolutely, Mason. Yeah, all these players are battling some minor things, but
Modesto comes up with a steal just as we were talking about some worries for him.
There it is.
5:30 to go. Miller, now Modesto, his second try from the arc, doesn't go. Dredge with the rebounds, trying to put it up, blocked.
Great effort.
And it's going the other way. No points on the steal for the Red Hawks. Here comes Earl on the far corner. Now it's West up top. Ellis playing against him. He picks up his dribble, dumps it down low, deflected. Frazier picks up the steal, bringing it up the far side of the court, slows it back down. High dribble, now controls. Ellis, deep ball off the front of the rim. Dredge swoops in for the rebound, takes his luck, and misses again. Ellis on the putback, gets some points for the Red Hawks. But they're struggling from the arc early, Tyler.
Absolutely, but yet Frontier's using their speed and just bringing it to Hopkins. They can't combat it yet.
1 point lead for Frontier right now. He's bringing it up as Vassallo. Picks up his dribble at the elbow. Deflected pass. Modesto goes down. Layup isn't there. Trying to put it back up, and he's fouled hard. Logan Bai gets taken down by Gary Dredge.
Yep, Dredge tried to get a sneaky pitch, just touched the ball, but he sort of fell into him, jumped into him, and, yeah, drew the foul.
And as we said, that absence of completion from the three-point line might be an effort from the Red Hawks to try and compensate for Max Millet's absence in the game. 136 points on the season right now. You got to make up for that somehow, Tyler.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Hopkins is very fortunate that that is true because, yeah, he's an absolute weapon. But that rebound with that free throw, missing the first one, I'm curious to see. This is their chance to get a couple more on the board early.
Yeah. To tie it here is Logan Bai misses first throw. Second attempt. Ooh. Didn't look like it touched the rim, and that's why they blew the whistle there.
Yep.
But it will be Frontier's ball. Skorowski is checked in for Rowan Modesto. He's resting his knee on the bench. And it's going the other way. Wow. Great defense up top by Nathan Rickles.
Yep, getting tripped up earlier right there around the arc.
And the inbound pass picked up by Chase Earl. He's got an opening in the lane, puts it up, out and around. And Ellis comes up with the rebound on the far corner, bringing it up himself. Ellis gets double-teamed, leaves it hanging for Frazier. Showing off the bag. Over to Ellis. Step back three. Rolls out. Skorowski on the boards. Won't get the bucket. Again, it's Dredge.
Go. Another thing picking up for Millet. Millet has a lot of rebounds in the season so far, Mace.
Yeah, and they've been doing a great job. The Red Hawks have been doing a great job on the boards. And also, the press has been fantastic. I mean, it has backfired on them once or twice, but they've only held Hopkins to only one made shot so far in over half of the first quarter now.
Absolutely. The press and their speed has just been making their slower transitions just like not being able to finish anything. Hopkins teams need to find a way through.
Trying to run a scramble up top, and it works. Earl with the ball. Looked like he was calling for a screen at half court, but he makes his way across in time. Guarded by Carter Miller, dumps it down. Rickles for three, off the back rim. Rebound hauled down by Alex Ellis. Now it's Frazier to bring it up. Sees Miller, thought about the three, drives, dumps it down. Frazier pulls the J, got it!
Nice.
Was talking to Frazier about how he needs to shoot more. And he makes one right there to make it 8-3. Inbound pass finally gets into Chase Earl. Now it's back to Vassallo and right out of bounds beyond the reach of Nathan Rickles.
The press is getting to them. Nevertheless, Coach Morse is still emphasizing to his players that they need to hustle. They got to make sure that they're able to keep up this pressure so Hopkins doesn't have enough room to breathe.
And now it's Skorowski down low. Frazier, he sees an opening off the glass. It's not there, and he tried to get his own rebound, but it was Sizz who took it away from him. Jack Sizz, who I think just checked back into the game here. Earl picks up his dribble, trying to get it around the horn here, and a pass behind Rickles. He gets to it in time. And that's a backcourt violation. You could see his foot step across. I was just about to say, he's got to watch himself.
Yep, that was great defense. They were playing the whole half. It's fantastic.
And that's what happens when you play aggressive. That's what happens when you play straight out of Coach Morse's playbook. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout taken by Hopkins, it looks like, was the gesture from the official. So 2:44 to go in the first quarter. 8-3 the score. Red Hawks on top at home. and it's just been a defensive lock so far in this game, Tyler.
Absolutely, Mason. Yeah, this Hopkins team has been able to find some good looks, but their transitions have been really slow. So this fast-paced Frontier team has been able to stop them in every shift, every turn.
Yeah, it's been a great showing so far, especially on the press. We covered the girls on Tuesday, and their press was working to perfection. It was just beautiful to watch. Absolute masterclass from Coach Michon and the girls. But now the same thing seems to be happening for the boys, just about. I mean, the Hopkins has been able to break through a couple of times, but like I said, they've only completed one shot so far in this game. It was the 3 early on from Jack Sizz.
Yeah, I mean, just that alone is pretty telling to what's happening. They've played like, what, 5.5? Yeah, 20 minutes in this quarter already, so it's a lot.
And in this season leading up to this, Dredge with 1 foul and Modesto with the other for the Red Hawks right now, and then it's Logan By picking up the 1-team foul for Hopkins. So only 3 fouls in the whole quarter so far. Wide open Dredge can't find the net, and Frazier scrambling for the ball, and Skorowski, Rickles stepped out of bounds. It's going to go to the Hawks, Red Hawks.
Right. Yeah, in the corner here, this is going to be interesting.
Modesto pulls a quick J off the rim. Frazier hauls it down. Skorowski sets up top and right through the hands of Modesto, and Dredge just saying, slow it down a little. We got a lead here.
You see this a lot. There's a lot of players like Skorowski that sometimes speed it up a bit too much. They could have slowed down and have a nice open shot on the far side.
Yeah, especially with the fresh shot clock as well.
Absolutely.
As now a loose ball on the other side. Skorowski sees the lane as the defender turns his back to him. Miller's 3 doesn't go. Rebound goes to Sizz. 2:10 to go. Sizz looking for someone. No one's open, and now he finally passes it back to Chase Earl, who almost loses the dribble off his own foot, and he can't get across in time. Coach Morse is fired up right now.
Oh, yeah.
Hopkins is absolutely locked up, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Absolutely, yeah. This is just explosive. They haven't been able to find anything.
Still looking for a second made shot in this first quarter is Hopkins, as Frazier sends a man to his knees, and it looks like it's going to be a foul against Chase Earl. It is.
Wow. Yeah, Hopkins still just needs to work on getting the ball from this Frontier. They've been on offense for the last minute.
And it looks like a little confusion from the officials there. They almost inbounded the ball as Frazier was checking out. Austin Durso comes in for the Red Hawks, but number 13, and yeah, I think we're going to have a timeout here. I was watching him before. This is Cruz Perez. He's really not as much right now, but right after that play, he got knocked down hard, not by any physical contact, but Frazier's dribble confused him pretty well, and he went down, and now he's really favoring, I think, his left leg there is what I saw.
Yeah, exactly.
So now a feed down low. Dredge pops right up, brings down his own rebound. Jumper, Modesto off the rim. Dredge on the boards again. Sees an opening to Miller. 3 ball, too far. Durso on the clean boards. Wow. Larson.
Great movement.
Won't try his luck from the arc. He drives. It's popped loose. Picked up. Dredge the fade. Oh! What a shot from Garrett Dredge. He was behind the backboard, and he made it in.
Garrett Dredge kept that play alive and then finished at the end. Fantastic.
This is a huge early game rally from Garrett Dredge and the Red Hawks. 10-3. Ball was loose on the inbound pass, and now recovering, they get it across. Rickles has an opening, pulls the hasty 3, and it's way short. Now rebound goes to Sizz. Gets denied by Durso. He gets the hand clean. Now a step back, picks up his dribble. Earl looking down low. Thought about a deep ball, didn't want to take it. Vassallo looking for someone, calling motion, 10 to shoot. Vassallo, he's in trouble, gets the backdoor feed, spinning. West denied by Durso again.
Wow.
What a stand and a travel from Carter Miller kills the momentum for the Red Hawks. But my goodness, Austin Durso coming out of nowhere twice.
Wow. Fantastic, Mason. Yeah, this is a player he doesn't see play too much, but yeah, that was really showing up, showing why he's here. You got to say, Hopkins also on offense there had no movement at all. He's lucky got a pass down in the middle.
Yeah,
wow.
I don't know how he got that off. Vassallo with a huge effort and now it's going to be a pass back to Earl. They do have a fresh shot clock here with 50 seconds to go in the quarter, 30 on the shot clock. Short fade, picked up off the boards by Eric Larson. Pass back to Modesto, and they take it across half court. Dredge sees the backdoor feed. Great pass. Miller with the finish.
Good finish. Good finish.
What a beauty from Garrett Dredge, conducting the motion for the Red Hawks, and the second timeout of the quarter.
Wow.
From Hopkins. This is ridiculous, Tyler.
Absolutely, Mason. Yeah, I mean, speaking from the timeouts alone, each team has 5 in this league, so like they already have 2 like this early. Yeah, they need to try to figure out how to get this lead so like drastically down.
It's 12-3 the score right now, and I mean, we've seen plenty of guys make shots for the Red Hawks, but it's all been thanks to Garrett Dredge. He is the catalyst for everything happening for Frontier right now. Every single shot opportunity, almost every rebound, it seems, has gone to Garrett Dredge. He's everywhere on the court right now.
Exactly, yeah. He's absolutely picking up some slack or some effort that is usually going to Max Millett. However, he's just all over the court. It's very impressive, and he has been making so many good decisions on the court. He's definitely a player to watch tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Tyler. And when you talk about, well, you know, you have 4 captains for the Red Hawks boys team. That's a bit of an odd thing, especially for a boys team, I feel like.
Yep.
But
absolutely.
It hasn't been a disadvantage at all for them. We've seen these captains step up in just ridiculous ways across the board this year. And right now in this game, it's Garrett Dredge, one of those 4 captains, stepping up huge in the absence of Max Millett. Now, the shot clock is dark. 20 seconds to shoot. And Earl against Dredge walks past him, puts up the shot, and it doesn't go. Rebound, draws the foul from Austin Durso. 10 seconds even to go, and it's going to be Harry West going to the line.
Some of these Hopkins players have some decent height, Mason, for sure. Their builds are their builds are definitely dangerous. I think they just need to play a little bit faster to combat with this faster team, and yeah, they just have to be more concisive, get more good looks.
And West gets on the board. First point since just about the opening minute of the game for Hopkins.
Yeah.
Comes in the final minute of the first quarter, making it 12-4. Let's see if West can go 2 for 2 here, as some plays are being called out by both coaches and the players. West's second shot won't go. Boards go to Dredge. 8 on the clock, bringing it up across half court. 5 to go. Over to Ellis. Ellis finds an opening, tries his luck on the boards, and it drops down.
Fantastic.
Ellis with a great finish down low, regaining the 10-point lead for the Red Hawks. And that is the first quarter right there, Tyler. Yeah. Just all Frontier everywhere.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, as we've been saying, like again and again, this Frontier team is very fast. They run a press. They run a very good full court press. They're able to trap in the corners and in the transition, so it's very strong. And on the other side of that, on offense, they're getting some fantastic offensive rebounds, and that is just amazing to see.
The boards game for the Red Hawks has been through the roof. It's been, I mean, I don't know if they've had errors on it, you know, just on and off right now. But they've recovered from them, Tyler, and they've moved on from them. It hasn't seemed to stick with any of them, and we're seeing guys that don't play that much. They're coming out on the court and they're making huge efforts, and that's what makes this Frontier team very dangerous. And every game we do, the game starts 0-0. You know, it's an even slate, and we have some high hopes for a close game. Every chance that we get to cover these games, there has been no glimmer of hope for Hopkins that Frontier has let through thus far in the game. And when you play like that confidently and that dominantly, that's what's going to make you a contender for the top of your conference.
Absolutely, yeah. It really echoes well. Curious to see how some of these younger players do.
Speaking of a younger player, or one of the players that doesn't get as much playing time, that's Eric Larson bringing it up right now. And Spearance, nice feed, and Carter Miller with the finish.
With one-footed shot right there.
And Rickles finally gets it in to Harry West. Getting around Jackson Spearance, who now applies some pressure. And that is going to be moving screen. Vassallo picking up his first. That was Ryan Setto in the stands getting fired up. Might have seen him stand up and cheer a little there.
Oh, yeah.
Morse calls out the play for the Red Hawks. Spearance on the trigger, right in front of the scorer's table. Dredge off the inbound. Now it's Eric Larson. Larson dribbling back, sees Miller down low. Miller brings it back up top. Spearance takes a dribble, picks it back up. Now on the other side of the court, it's Larson. Sees a backdoor drive, picks it up, feeds it up top.
Nice.
Spearance, 3-ball off the rim, boards loose. Ellis, and he stepped out.
Unfortunate. Yeah, I think he might even dribble it out there, like just barely. Yeah, no, but those were some fantastic looks, especially Larson in the far corner. That was a great choice to drive baseline.
And now the inbound gets in to Harry West, once again guarded by Jackson Spearance. He gets across half court and passes it right to Josh Morris, who's ready with the hands.
I thought Caden James was just going to react with his football and just instantly catch that right away.
Go and tackle the coach.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Wow.
And now it looks like we have Pachurik, Frazier, and that's Modesto who came in here for the Red Hawks. Spearance takes a seat, Larson takes a seat, and Carter Miller takes a seat on the bench for the Red Hawks.
Morse still calling out audibles.
The play was reset, it looked like, by the officials as well off a whistle. Frazier almost loses his dribble, getting pressured heavily, and that is going to be an over and back.
Again.
Dribbled on the half-court line.
You usually don't see that call much, but we've seen it 3 times tonight, man.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Frazier just getting pressed pretty heavily there immediately. 16-4 the score. Just a minute and 10 seconds into the second quarter. A mix-up, huge mix-up. I don't know, is that staying here? It is. Okay, I was going to say, if that wasn't deflected, I don't know where Jack Sizz was passing that to.
Yeah, a lot of miscommunications there, both sides of the ball, but good deflection.
But it was deflected off the hand of Ellis, who's guarding Sizz in the near corner right now. Up top, meanwhile, it's Vassallo, guarded by Dredge. Vassallo driving on the right post, gets denied by Dredge, and he's fired up.
Yeah, let him get by him a little bit and just waited for the ball to swat it out. It's great.
He knows the pace of the game. He's a fantastic athlete, and he's showing it tonight. Now the feed up top. Earl, guarded by Frazier, pulls the jumper, airballs it.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Try to put up some good looks. I mean, they got to take anything they can get. Any amount of air. They really need it.
Especially right now, you're starting to get into some points in the game where you might start, especially mentally, just get a little bit more desperate. And, you got to stay calm. It's still early in the game, early in the scoring. Ellis, the high dribble, almost picked off. Frazier scoops it up off the ground. Good pressure from the Golden Hawks, and a timeout is called by Coach Morse.
Good timeout,
Yeah,
Diego was stuck there for a while. They were definitely going to get trapped in the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good heads-up play from Coach Morse right there. Now having a discussion with his players in front of what is now a pretty sizable student section. We're still getting some more filing in right next to us. Absolutely. But it's always good to see the student section here for the home basketball games, Tyler.
Absolutely. I wish it could be said for both boys and girls, but participation in sports is huge. FCAT or just showing up. Athletes love it. We all love it. So,
it's just a great environment to have, and, everyone at the school it's great to have such support behind your athletics and your players here that we're very lucky to have. But, the only slack that I'll give the crowd for not showing up to the girls' game is they are undefeated, and it's not like they're having very many close games.
It's not like they were going to lose that one.
That's all I'm going to say. If they don't show up to the Lennox game, that's where I'll get upset, because that's going to be a really good game, and they should.
And we hope everyone knows it, because that is going to be good.
Go to the Lennox game that Frontier is playing, the girls' team.
Yes.
Go to it. You come watch it. It's going to be. It's probably going to be one of the best games that the girls play in the regular season, is my bet.
Without a doubt.
That in the Belchertown game, but I'm not sure if we'll be able to go out and see that one. Ellis pulls the 3 ball off the front of the rim.
Just short.
Uncontested boards for Logan By. Now Earl brings it up. He's got By up top. Wide open is Vassallo for a moment, but Dredge goes over to cover him, and that's going to be a foul, it looks like, against Diego Frazier. His first, and that's been a concern for Frazier earlier in this season. He fouled out, I think it was in the Greenfield game? Yeah. So he's going to be going to the bench right after that first one.
Yeah, that's good. Slowing down his steam.
And the inbound gets in. Skorowski goes into the stands, and the boards go right to Rowan Modesto. Still 16-4, 5:45 to go. Modesto had an open look, didn't want it. Low pass to Skorowski. He taps it back to himself, and it's going the other way off the high pass down low to Alex Ellis.
Frontier with a little bit of a bigger lineup here, just trying to find out what they can do. Trying different things out.
Still playing with confidence, just not really connecting as much offensively. Hopkins has definitely stepped up their defensive game, Tyler.
Absolutely.
As now it's West bringing it up strong pass to Vassallo, who hangs on to it. Vassallo at the point, showing off the bag, barely gets the pass off, and that's going to be a foul against Ty Skorowski.
Yep, playing that close up in defense. Often will bring that, but it's all right. Side inbound.
Not a single player in the game who has more than one foul right now, as Vassallo sees an opening, takes it to the right side, looking back up top as he picked up his dribble. And now, maybe an open look shut down quickly by Pachurik. Now, swarmed is Harry West. West spinning around, and it's sent away. Skorowski sliding, gets the pass off.
Wow.
What an effort from Ty Skorowski. Backdoor feed. Dredge doesn't get the finish. Loose ball. Pachurik picks it up. Still loose on the ground. Gets it off to Modesto. Now it's Ellis between his legs. On the blocks. Lay isn't there. Own boards, and he draws the foul. Oh, my goodness. What a sequence.
Oh, my God.
That was maybe one of the most impressive plays we've seen from this boys team in this game. And we've seen some crazy stuff so far.
I've never seen a better definition of a chaotic mess. That was fantastic. I mean, they were loose. They were like the ball was going everywhere. They stole it from the other team. They clamped down 2 of the offensive players from Hopkins, and just lost it down. I keep thinking Mahar. But that's just, wow. That gave me chills. Like, I literally have chills right now.
It's fantastic effort. It's just ridiculous. And now Ellis making him pay for it as he makes 1 free throw, going for his second here. It would be his 6th points on the night if he makes it. And he doesn't. He only has 5. But the putback from Modesto isn't there.
Ooh.
Taps the board, and he can't hang on to it. Now it's Rickles receiving the pass to get it across. And that's going to be a foul against Pachurik. A lot of fouls from a lot of different players for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, this is just because everyone's playing. This is great.
Yeah.
We have a lot of variety. Not one person is getting some shining over anyone else. This is just good, solid team ball.
Vassallo down low, gets it over to Rickles. Now guarded by Carter Miller, just checked in. And a high pass, loose down low. West, who picked up the foul against Ellis, goes down, gets the pass off. Vassallo with the pump fake, drive, loose ball off the tip from Dredge, who is going to draw a foul against Earl, it looks like, yes.
Dredge touched the ball while the offensive team still had possession 4 different times on that play. That was so impressive.
He's just, I mean, we've said so much about him already, but it's, we can't even say anymore. Just watch him.
Impeccable.
Miller, back to Dredge. No look pass to Ellis. Tries the back door. And he doesn't get it. Spins back out. Ellis, pump fake. Tries again. As he goes down.
Showing his strength. Wow.
And the Red Hawks are getting fired up, trying to lock down the Hopkins Golden Hawks again. A nice backdoor feed from Rickles, spinning around, puts it too hard off the glass, and now Miller on the near side. Pass around the defender, and now loses the ball. Lays off the tussle against Harry West, who picks up his dribble. Got to get it forward, and Rickles comes back to receive it. Rickles has an open man in Vasello, but it's tipped and intercepted by Ellis. Now Skorowski loses it. It's under Harry West, who gets the pass off. What a mess on the court. And now Sizz puts up the shot way too hard, and a foul going to be called. It looks like it's going to be on Jack Sizz.
Another interesting, very notable sequence there. Yeah, a lot of back and forth. A lot of loose balls are just going on both ways. Yeah,
I feel like that's just been the whole game. Like, I mean, we're marveling at it, but like, what else can we say?
Well, for one, there hasn't been really much scoring for either team.
That's true.
None from Hopkins.
Like we said, a very defensive game. I mean, virtually locked down, and part of it has to do with the scramble. Skorowski puts up the three, too far. Boards are loose, and they go the other way. Knocked away by Modesto, but the Golden Hawks recover, and that's going to be Ellis picking up a foul, just diving a little too hard into Nathan Rickles.
It's great effort. Sometimes you just got to judge where the ball is. He jumped a little bit too close into him.
Yeah, and with the 3 minutes left in the first half, both teams are on the verge of giving the other team a bonus, and only one player in the whole game has 2 fouls. Everyone else has 1 or none. Right. I mean, it's kind of remarkable.
Yeah, this is a whole different style of basketball than you're used to seeing from a boys team.
Very, very team-based, I got to say, especially for a boys team.
Yep.
Now the feed down low. Earl lets it fly around and out.
Great
and
take.
The boards go to Modesto. Dredge moving fast. Fakes the backdoor feed. What a play! Oh my goodness! Dredge on fire tonight as he dives for the pass, misses it. Modesto, he gets around him, and he misses the lay. West went coast to coast and couldn't cash it in.
Wow. You're seeing some selfless plays around here, Mason. I love to see it. Yeah, I mean, the most prominent one that was right in front of us, Modesto trying to take a charge and cut down the play.
Yeah.
Yep. Great effort there.
And it was a good move from Harry West to get around him as well.
Absolutely.
You got to give him credit for that. And now the feed up high. Oh. Great hand from Skorowski. Here comes Eric Larson on the lay. He didn't get it. Oh, it was a good move on the low blocks. And now wide open is Earl, who cashes it down. Great awareness from Chase Earl.
Super smart play.
To capitalize on the misjudgment from the Red Hawks. Now here comes Ellis, pressed up top, spins around, sees an open Larson down low, who gets knocked down and draws a foul. And that's going to be 2 shots as it sends them into the bonus.
I'm not at all surprised you saw Strassi tying his shoe there. He's been all over the court, flying up and down.
This is danger right here for the Golden Hawks. 3 fouls for Chase Earl, who we mentioned earlier in the game. That's their leading scorer coming into this game. They've played 8 games, and he scored 106 points. So, I mean, it's a dangerous place for the team to be right now as Larson makes his first.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, both teams' players who score the most points in the season have been, well, one for Frontier. Matt's Millette is out.
Yeah.
And, 3 fouls, you said?
3 fouls against Earl. And Larson goes 2 for 2 at the line.
It's not terrible.
After a good scramble down low. 2 minutes to go in the half. Bonus for the Red Hawks. Ooh. Loose ball. Golden Hawks keep it alive. That was a huge effort from Harry West. Now down low. It's Jack Sizz. Cruz Perez lays it up. The soft touch doesn't go down. Batted around by Modesto, and the boards are going to end up in the chest. Oh, beautiful feed. And Larson couldn't get the finish, but Miller draws the foul and goes to the line.
Yeah, another great sequence of basketball there, man. Both teams offensively were doing great. Like for Hopkins, they were pushing down low. The big man was trying to back out of the box, out of the paint. And, they almost got a pit there. But Modesto was great on the boards.
Yeah.
Brought it back over.
Miller, that will be his 7th point on the night. And like we were saying, we were just talking about Chase Earl. That is Harry West's 2nd foul of the night. So fouls are going to be a discussion in the locker room, I think, for the Golden Hawks, as that shot from Modesto cannot be saved off the rebound from Frazier as he stumbled out of bounds, hopping on one leg.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And press kind of laid off a little bit. It looked like someone was trying to check onto the court for the Red Hawks. That's Austin Durso waiting in the wings right now. 130. Frazier almost gets the steal, but he deflected it enough. Larson comes up with it. Now moving the other way. Ellis sees an opening, drives the blocks.
Yeah.
What a beautiful play.
Fantastic switch to left hand for the way. Look at that.
It doesn't get much better than this. 20-point lead for the Red Hawks. Loose ball. And Eric Larson comes up with the clamps right in front of our table.
Fantastic hands, stay in the way of the movement of the ball. Love to see it.
Modesto takes a seat. Durso comes in for him. And Larson, after a great play, gets subbed out for Garrett Dredge, who gets the inbound pass. Back to Dredge, swinging around the horn. Ellis with the baseline drive, goes down, gets the pass off, and Dredge draws the foul. Ellis gets some help from his teammates, well earned.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Frontier has been abusing the fact that the Hopkins teams have this Hopkins team has not often had their hands exactly up, and the refs have been seeing that and calling that.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's smart awareness as well. I'm sure that Coach Morse told them to target that a little bit. You got to target the weaknesses, you know? And a weakness right now is the fouling. 3 for Harry West and 3 for Chase Earl. Dangerous places to be in this early in the game, Tyler.
Before halftime, that is detrimental to morale and just the aspects of the game and outlooks.
Still a minute to go here in the first half. Second rebound doesn't go for Ellis. 27-6 as Rickles picks up the tip ball and spinning around. Rickles had 1 foot on both sides, and it's a backcourt violation.
4th of the night. It's wild.
We've seen way more of those than you see in just most games, really. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Insane.
Skorowski brings it up top. Dredge with the handoff. Now Frazier fumbles the pass, finds its way to Miller. Backdoor feed. Durso has his hands on it, gets the pass off, and a jump ball is going to be called. 37 seconds to go in the half. Shot clock is still going to be on here with 35 on it.
It's not going to affect it much, but Hopkins currently does have a bonus.
Hopkins trying to get the inbound pass in, and they finally do. Cruz Perez gets stopped, picks up his dribble, got to pass it to someone. Are they going to get it across? Cruz Perez in trouble, finds the man eventually, barely getting it across in time. And now it's poked loose. Cruz Perez pulls the jumper off the back rim. Loose rebound goes to Sizz. Shot clock is dark. 15 to go. Backdoor feed kicked out of bounds is going to stay, it looks like. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, some tough transitions there. They couldn't quite find what they were trying to look for, but that was a nice, trying to find the baseline, but see what they can do.
13 seconds to go. Vassallo looking for someone, anyone, sees a man down low, putting it off the boards, not there, gets his own rebound, and he draws a foul. That's going to give Hopkins the bonus right before halftime. Wow. Just a matter of who they're going to place it on here, and it's going to be Ty Skorowski, just his second of the night.
All right.
But it's Logan By who makes his first point of the night. Durso comes out for the final 10 seconds, and Modesto comes in on the low blocks. Red Hawks communicating. It was a meeting between the Golden Hawks and their coach. Loose boards picked up by Sizz. Back up top, 5 to shoot. Holding it is Rickles. Cruz Perez, it's a loose ball and he goes down, and that's going to be the half. 27-7. The Red Hawks, I'm going to keep doing that. The Red Hawks have a 20-point lead going into the locker room with Garrett Dredge and Alex Ellis leading the charge here at the Nest.
Wow. Yeah, some fantastic ball has been being played here, Mason. Fantastic.
Just incredible. Wow. I mean, whole game deserves to be on a highlight reel at this point.
Really does.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we see more of that in the second half. The question is Hopkins going to bring more of their A game in the second half? How are they going to step it up and combat the Red Hawks?
Absolutely, all without making their players who are already in some foul trouble. Yeah, it's going to be risky.
Yeah, the fouls are going to be an issue for both teams for sure, and we're going to be talking about that a lot more in a few minutes when we come back for the second half of this matchup at the Nest. Hawks on Hawks, Hopkins against Frontier. Frontier leads 27-7 at the half. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm Mason Smith, joined on the mic by Tyler Wolkowitz. Tom Albert is on the laptop tonight, producing this stream today. And Braden Repold, our cameraman, down low. And now 3-ball. Miller right off the bat bangs it off the rim. Loose rebound. Miller with it, and he draws a foul early. Wow. It's good work from Carter Miller.
Was this our same starting five at the beginning from both teams?
I believe so.
Yeah, I was just trying to
it looks like
that.
it. Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Okay.
it is.
Yep, not surprising. Both teams are still trying to come out here strong.
Foul was against Jack Sizz, by the way. Jumper right off the inbound, pulled from Ellis. Not there, and Sizz gets the rebound. 20-point lead coming in from the first half for the Red Hawks. Drive from Earl shut down, and now he gets the ball back. Earl, screen, deep ball, got it! Rattles down the cage.
That might be a good momentum boost for this Hopkins team here, Mason.
Yeah, great job early on. 3-ball to answer from Modesto doesn't go, short off the front rim. And now Vassallo hands it off to Chase Earl. Earl waits. Now he dribbles, goes to his right, drops it down low. Jack Sizz double-teamed, trying a low feed, and Carter Miller draws another foul.
Wow.
It's going to be against Harry West. That
it's dangerous, trying to see if that's his fourth or third.
it's his fourth, I'm pretty sure, as we now see a timeout called by Josh Morse. It is West's fourth foul, so he's one away from fouling out in this game.
Wow.
Not many points, but he's shown a lot of effort in this game for Hopkins, Tyler.
Absolutely, Mason, yeah. I mean, he's been playing both sides of the ball. And this whole Hopkins team, I mean, honestly, these players individually have not been playing too poorly. It's just they haven't really been connecting that well as a team.
Yeah, they haven't been executing things properly,
Yeah.
not connecting on passes. And to be fair, Frontier hasn't connected on all their passes either. Both of these teams are not having the strongest offensive outings. It's a defensive battle. We've been saying that from the beginning, and it's going to continue to be that until the last buzzer sounds. But, I mean, it's a matter of who's going to step up their offense a little bit more in this second half. And right now, it looks like it's Hopkins.
Yeah, absolutely, Mason. Yeah, I mean, you could really just see some shots being flung out there randomly. Yeah.
And so part of that has to do with taking smart shots. I think that's what you were leading up to.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now coming back from I think it's the first timeout for the Red Hawks. Is their first?
It's their second.
Their second, okay. Yeah. Yes, they had one at the end there.
Yep.
Coming back from that second timeout for Frontier, it's Dredge bringing it forward. Dredge up against Vassallo. Now it's Ellis who picks up a high screen. Nice bounce pass. Modesto
beautiful.
can't finish. Boards loose, and Frazier picks up a rebound. Rebound. What am I saying?
Yeah, with the foul. Okay,
The
I wasn't
rebound
sure. I wasn't
was
sure if that was a
contested
joke.
by Frazier. He picks up his second foul.
Follows it back
Game's
with
moving
the
too
press.
fast for me.
Absolutely.
And now it's Earl bringing across half court. The press falling through early here for the Hawks in the start of the second half. Earl drives, jump shot, doesn't go. Boards will go to the Red Hawks as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, coming out of the half, neither team has been able to find any of their grooves again. They're still trying to feel out what the team is readjusting for.
But it hasn't even been a minute and a half, and we've already seen 3 fouls from both teams.
Yep.
As now Dredge is going to get called for a push against Nathan Rickles.
Yeah, like I was saying, back and forth, just one drive, no shots really being put up, no offensive rebounds, nothing happening. Very inactive.
That's Dredge's second foul of the night as the pass goes in to Rickles, and Miller is going to pick up his first. Again, early, quick fouls. It's dangerous. Red Hawks already at 3, and the Golden Hawks already at 2.
Yep, this can go south very quickly.
Hasn't even been 2 minutes of the second half yet. 2 guys open up top, reeled in by Jack Sizz. Pressured by Dredge, looking for someone to hand it off to, and it's Vassallo. Covered by Frazier. Vassallo looking for an open man backdoor, and 3-ball from the corner, too short, and let out of bounds by the Red Hawks. Will be their ball.
Good effort by Sis trying to get that rebound there, but no luck.
17-point lead for the Red Hawks. They have yet to score a point in the second half here.
Yep.
Ellis driving, gets the ball taken away. Now he wins it back, and a foul is going to be called against Hopkins to even out the foul count. It looks like it's going to be against Matthew Vassallo.
Gotta give credit to the Hopkins bench and the few fans they have that travel with them there. They're hyping up their defense, doing chants.
Now the pass goes back to Miller off the inbound. Swinging around the horn. Dredge with the jab step. Pass down on the blocks. Back up top, it's Ellis. Ellis driving to his right. Stays outside the perimeter. Frazier at the point. Now he dribbles. Sees Ellis down low to his right. Along the baseline, and Ellis, for the third time tonight, steps out of bounds.
Yep, there's been some literally rough cuts around the edges here, and it's just, it's not great.
And when we said that the execution wasn't there offensively for these teams, it's been on both ends.
Absolutely.
As we see that there from the Red Hawks. Now it's Rickles passing it down low. Step back. Jumper doesn't go. And now put back, draws the foul. Sizz will go to the line.
Yep. Drawing another one there.
And that's Ellis picking up just his second, but the team's fourth. So individual players not worried about the fouls and fouling out in this game, but the team is worried right now.
Yeah, very much so. They have to play a whole different style of basketball here to maintain this low foul game.
As Sizz goes 0 for 2 at the line, jump ball. And it looks like it's going to stay with the Golden Hawks. But we have Ty Skorowski and Eric Larson, who checked on to the floor for the Red Hawks. Ellis and Miller take a seat on the bench, trying to find someone for the inbound. And it's Sizz, batted away by Skorowski. It will stay with the Golden Hawks.
Good effort there. That was a solid find, but...
Yeah, once again, just pressure right off the inbound, not even letting them really get a clean pass to start their sequence off, as that's a good screen set by Logan by. Rickles gets the inbound. In the corner, puts up the high pass. Great job. That was a great sequence right there. Good connection from the Golden Hawks. And now, Red Hawks moving fast. Here comes Frazier on the low blocks, loses his dribble, still loose, and finally turned over as they get wrapped up, and now the officials are going to separate them. They got tangled up, it looked like. I don't know if there's going to be a foul called on this. It might be.
Just a little bit of a heated play there.
Yeah, it will. That's going to be on Diego Frazier, his third, and that gives Hopkins a bonus, I think. There's some discussion here. Frazier does get subbed out. So it's not going to send them to the line, but it does give them a bonus. So on the next foul, they will go to the line. That was the discussion being had by the officials.
Yep. Curious to see how this switches things up. Yeah.
Now, there's going to be the third timeout called by Coach Morris, and that's how it's going to switch some things up. Hawks need to rethink how they're playing. They like their brand of basketball, Tyler. They play aggressive, and they play with little regard for their own safety sometimes. And oftentimes, that what we've seen and what we just saw right there is it overflowing into an emotional effort rather than a physical one, and that's what Frazier got caught up in.
Exactly, and it's not only just that little altercation there. It's just like it was coming from the other side of the ball. They had some really unfortunate stops, and it was just like it's just spewed over, and that's just been happening all throughout tonight. And it's been resolving. That's why there's so many fouls that are spread out. It's not all one player, but they're still coming in rapidly. And it's still early, you know. There's a lot of time for more error.
Yeah, it is very early. We are just 3 minutes into the second half here. Still yet to see a basket or any kind of points for the Red Hawks in this second half. They came into the third quarter with 27 points and 3 minutes in, they still have 27 points. Whereas we've seen, I think, 5 points scored now for the Hopkins Golden Hawks. So they're chipping away at the deficit right now, and they've also earned themselves the bonus for Frontier's errors.
Yeah, and like Frontier knows how to hold a lead, but they really have to focus. This can slip away very quickly.
Yeah, third quarter is a dangerous place historically for this Red Hawks team. It was a place where they lost a lot of leads last year.
Oh, so many.
And just ended up coming just short as Dredge almost gets beat to the lane. 3-ball doesn't go from Rickles because he put too much arc on it. And now Skorosky, the teardrop doesn't go down. Larson bats it free. Modesto loose.
Double dribble. Yeah. All right. Another quick stop there.
Another offensive trip with no points to show for it for Frontier. 4:30 to go in the third quarter. Earl brings it up. Splits the two-man. And wide pass. Vassallo, jab, pass back to Earl. He jabs himself. Now drives on the low blocks.
Yeah.
Circles it down.
Another fantastic lefty layup there. Slaying it in.
7 of the 14 points for Hopkins have come off the hands of Chase Earl as Skorosky's met up high by Rickles. Now it's Ellis who's checked back into the game. Backdoor feed and off the boards. It's going to stay with the Red Hawks.
Wow. I gotta say that's very strong defense there from Logan By. Keeping his hands up and knowing right when to jump.
Hopkins has definitely stepped up their game and just their energy as Skorosky lets a 3-ball fly off the rim. Tapped down by Modesto and the boards go the other way. Rickles goes flying as it looked like Skorosky ran into him. Now Earl beats Larson. Beautiful lay.
Great finish. Yeah.
Fantastic job, and now it's an 11-point game. Here comes Dredge and the Hawks. Modesto from the corner. Too short. Boards go to Ellis, loose ball down low, and Hopkins turns it over. This is what the Red Hawks were doing in the first half, and now the script has been flipped.
Absolutely. This is completely different than we've been seeing the rest of the game.
Screen set up high, falls through, and the pass way far away for Matthew Vassallo.
Hopkins needs to be careful here. They're loosening this lead, but they got to be really careful. They keep doing messy plays like that, like throwing it right out of bounds. That's going to slow down their momentum, and they're going to lose it.
And now we're seeing what seemed to be one of the catalysts for this sudden burst of energy. Logan By, he's taking a seat on the bench for what seems to be a short rest. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Pass down low to Frazier on the far corner. Now it's Dredge who sees the open shot. Can't take it. Almost tapped in by Skorosky. Interesting effort there. Pitched out. Frazier for 3. Too far, and the rebound goes clean to Chase Earl. Pass over to Nathan Rickles. Up against Ellis. Who downs him? Stays cold on the blocks. No chance.
That right there is a veteran, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. He didn't just swipe at it with just fear. He went right. He was very precise and calmly tapped it out. That was great.
He knew exactly where he was going. He gave him so much room to maneuver, and he was still in the right spot. So strategic from Ellis on the low blocks. And now I think that was a timeout from Hopkins after that explosive play from Ellis. So that's their third. 2 timeouts left for both of these teams in the game.
Yep. Still, though, Frontier this quarter has not scored a single point.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
Getting some good defensive stands, though, as we just saw.
Right, yeah. An offensive drought here is, surprisingly enough, affordable for them at this point. They have still allowed this bonus to another team, but they have a pretty solid lead, and they're able to put up quick points when they need to.
It's favorable, not what they would prefer right now, but you can't. I think that this is not the worst case scenario at all for the Red Hawks, with your top scorer being out of the game right now, being, as from the account of his teammates, deathly sick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, safe to say we wish the best to Max Millett. We hope he's back soon to play for the Red Hawks here at home and otherwise. but for the time being, he's absent from the bench. And his team seems to be managing relatively well without him for the time being. A lot of players stepping up fantastically. As now inbound pressured again, they finally get it in to Chase Earl, who sends it back down low. Vassallo covered by Frazier. Drives up top. Backdoor feed almost connects. And it looks like we're going to see a foul call.
Oh, yeah. That was a fantastic find there, Mace. I mean, a beautiful diagonal bounce pass right into the paint. Drawing a foul 9 times out of 10.
And I believe, yes, it was. That's Ty Skorowski, who's picking up his third. Cruz Perez at the line misses his first. Trying to cut it down to a 10-point lead with this second shot as some substitutions are made. Miller comes in for Skorowski on the Red Hawks. And it looks like we have Logan Bai back out on the court for Hopkins. And that won't be, it's turned over. Oh my goodness. Wow. Earl, we couldn't even see it. There was too much traffic in the way. Now a 9-point lead for the Red Hawks. Still not able to score. Ellis turns it over. Was saying that he stepped out of bounds, but it's moving the other way. Here comes Cruz Perez, and and one. Miller didn't get his feet planted.
Wow.
What a massive play down low.
This is what we're saying about momentum, Mason. That is the kind of play right there that can make or break your team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Okay,
and now the Hawks making some subs to try and find some more momentum on their side. Miller, his second foul of the night. 3-point play chance. Cruz Perez won't capitalize, and Durso, who just checked in for Roma Modesto, picks up the boards. Here's Dredge on the right side. Miller back and forth on the dribble. Now it's poked away from Ellis.
Good pick.
Here comes Vassallo, and he's denied, but Ellis fouled him.
They need to take it slow. Morris needs to contemplate his actions here. Definitely is. They got to try to switch something up. This lead can quickly fall away.
And despite Vassallo's confidence and, if you will, swagger on the court, he is scoreless tonight, looking for his first, and he gets it.
Yeah, I mean, he might be scoreless, but he's making plays happen. And, yeah, that really does count here.
Now 2 players, Ty Skorowski and Diego Frazier, with 3 fouls for the Red Hawks. Goes 1 for 2. Lane violation on Hopkins, so it's going Frontier's way.
Wow.
6-point lead.
Dangerous territory.
Huge comeback in the works right now for Hopkins as Skorowski brings it up. Using his body, dumps it down low. Not a clean pass at all. Frazier didn't really have a chance on that one. As now Earl brings it up. He's feeling it right now. Pass down low. Vassallo laying down his shoulder, and he's going to pick up a foul. Frazier was waiting for that one.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of sloppiness there in these past couple of minutes from this Frontier team. However, they've been still playing pretty strong, but they need to put the points up on the board. No matter if they can do decent on defense, they need to do great on defense and great on offense to win this and bring it home.
Again, 6-point lead. Both teams have a bonus right now with 1:40 to go in the third quarter. Larson, who just checked in for Skorowski, sends it back up top for Dredge. Down goes Vassallo. Larson around the horn. Miller, one-handed pass to Larson. Excuse me, that's Frazier getting double-teamed. Finds Durso back up top. Miller, Larson, thought about letting it fly, and no shot. And it's going to be a foul on Chase Earl. That is bad news. Really bad news. That is number 4 for Chase Earl, and Hopkins is in trouble.
Yeah, that is death knocking at the door. I want to see that.
And Larson, 3 for 3 right now on the line.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, he made that shot. The shot didn't count as the foul was before, but if he makes this, it's like it did.
4 for 4.
There it is.
Good night so far for Eric Larson.
Yeah,
now he's up
been showing
against Cruz Perez. Heaves it down the court. Easy pick for Durso. And now it's over to Dredge. Turnover from the Hawks. Backdoor feed. Frazier!
Nice.
What a layup. Great reverse.
Fantastic job taking advantage of that desperation pass.
And timeout called. Number 4 from Hopkins.
Yep.
With 1:05 to go in the third quarter. Lead is back to 10 for Frontier. And we're going to let this one simmer down a little bit. 10-point lead for the Red Hawks. Both teams have a bonus. 1:05 to go. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm Mason Smith on the announcer's table tonight with Tyler Wolkowitz. 31-21, the score in the Battle of the Hawks. Hopkins against Frontier. Frontier leading right now. Both teams have a bonus, and it's a minute to go in the third quarter. Pass over to Jack Sizz. First time seeing him in a little while. Sizz gets the pass over to Rickles, and it's a 10-second violation.
There it is.
Exactly what Morse drew up. That is how you want to come back from the opposing team's timeout.
Exactly. That's how you do it. That's why they do this. That comes so in handy whenever it works. That just pressure, it just gets to the other team and gives you this possession.
Around a 17-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock.
Nice.
Pulls a jumper in and out.
Wow, he's
Dredge thought
wrong.
for sure he had that one, and now here comes Spencer by. Loses the ball as he picked up his dribble. Now here comes Frazier. Lob pass. Larson brings it back. Durso, the feed, it's loose, ripped away by Cruz Perez. Chance lost by the Red Hawks. Shot clock is dark with 28 to go. Now Cruz Perez recovers off the leg of Miller, who picks up the ball. It's going the other way. 20 seconds. Now he puts up a floater, and it goes. Miller, 9 on the night, 15 to shoot. And it's Hopkins taking it slow. Picked off. Frazier, he's got a chance here. Durso gets the feed. Back out. Frazier, 3-ball. Bricks it against the side, and they're going to have to lob it if they see the clock, and he doesn't. Sizz didn't look like he wanted to shoot it either way, and it's a 12-point lead going into the fourth for Frontier.
That was a segment right there. Yeah, that's what we've been seeing earlier in the game. That's very back and forth, fast-paced, some buckets, some not. It's a lot, very interesting. Curious to see how this last quarter is going to pan out.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a close one, I think, especially if Hopkins keeps playing the way that they have. It looks like we're going to be seeing some guys that we haven't been seeing in a little bit now, mostly because of their foul trouble. Harry West, who has 4, and Chase Earl, who just recently got 4. West has been out for pretty much the entire second half, I think, and a decent chunk of the second quarter as well, I believe.
Yeah.
But the only players that are really in foul trouble right now for Frontier are Ty Skorowski and Diego Frazier, who have 3 apiece. But as we said, I mean, the team fouls are getting reset for this quarter. It's going to be a tough one to call, I think. I mean, we had some predictions, and I mean, unless Hopkins gets shut down completely in this fourth quarter, Caden James's prediction is not going to stand. He said Frontier wins 59-21 when we asked him at halftime, and Hopkins currently has 21. So you never know. This game has been all over the place, Tyler.
It really has, yeah. I mean, we're seeing this classic, sad but classic Red Hawks drought in the third quarter. I mean, I mean,
Hopkins had theirs in the first, but this is really where it's like a slump, and they're just still trying to get out of it here. The 12-point lead.
And it's going to be Sizz to take it in at the start of the fourth quarter. 8 minutes to decide the victor of this conference game. A big one. The day before the first state standings come out. Two-pointer pulled, doesn't go, and it's going the other way. Foul is going to be against Hopkins. I did not catch the signal from the official, but we'll get it on the scoreboard. It's Logan By, and that's his third.
Yep, another player added to the list.
Larson thought about it in the corner. Now back up top, swinging it around. Durso finds Larson down low. Larson back up top, deflected. Miller, jab step, drive, and he travels.
Yep, this calls go either way. Traveler block right there, but yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to happen here. This full court press has been working very well on Hopkins. I'm going to see what they can do.
It was on and off in the third quarter, but stepped up a lot. Yep. Turnovers for the Red Hawks all over the place at the end of the third quarter. Frazier lays off him a little bit. He gets across the half court, and the shot doesn't go from By, but he goes to the line. I think that's going to be Carter Miller who is going to get called on the foul here. But Logan By, no, it's Frazier. That's his fourth.
Wow.
So now that's the first Red Hawks player really in foul trouble, and we're going to see a couple substitutions coming in here for Frontier. By. This is his first.
Yep, By's been on the line a couple times.
Yeah. Miller checks off, as well as Frazier. Modesto and Ellis come on. Durso stays on, as well as Larson for the Red Hawks. And waiting in the back is Garrett Dredge. High pass from Modesto finds its way over to Eric Larson. Larson brings it up to the left of the arc. Top of your screen here as Vassallo gets thrown behind the play. Now it's Durso pulling the J off the glass, not there as he dropped back to defend. The rebound goes to Chase Earl. Wanted man with 4 fouls. He drives, denied from the back. Dredge gets called.
Yeah, it's rough there. Fast pace, hard to see what happened, but yeah. Wow.
It's tough when you're doing that from behind. They're probably going to call that if you're blocking him from behind the shot. Even if, I mean, from our angle, which is not on the court, of course, it looked very clean. Just, why I made the call the way that I did. But as I said, he was behind the play. That's why they're going to make that call.
Absolutely.
But only Garrett Dredge's third. Still has a little bit of room to work with. But Earl, I mean, he's the rally man right now for Hopkins, bringing them back within 10. And he has 13 points on the night with those 2 made free throws. Dredge pitches it out. Jumper. Skorowski bangs it down.
It's a 2.
For 2, only 2.
Yeah, because the foot was right before. Wow.
Tough to see on the far corner as now West breaks through the defense, picked it up. Earl drives the baseline, jumper over Ellis, rattles out of the cage. Loose ball picked up. Dredge all alone gets the easy bucket.
Looking back at him. Fantastic.
37-23, 2 minutes into the final quarter. And Earl needs some help back there. Bringing it across half court now. West driving past Ellis. Backdoor feed. Some easy points right there for Logan By.
The finish is a fantastic rebuttal. It's back and forth.
12-point lead for the Red Hawks. Ellis sees Frazier down low. Swinging it back around. And almost loses the ball. Ellis brings it back. Backdoor feed. Short jumper. Modesto down low. Surprisingly, his first points of the night. He's been all over the place, just not on the scoreboard, and now he is. Spinning around to get the pass is Sizz, who sends it back, and that is a backcourt.
Yeah.
Saw it coming from a mile away.
Fifth of the night.
We know that call, specifically that call, when it's caught in the air, all too well.
Yeah.
That was the call that was made in the Pioneer away game last year that ended up negating a chance that the Redhawks could have had to possibly tie or win the game that we were covering. And we didn't have the best angle of it. We were on the end of court, Tyler. But we saw our own footage of it after the game, and he caught it while he was in midair, but he hadn't touched down on the other side of the court yet.
The replays still give me nightmares. Yep, it's unfortunate.
Jumper doesn't go for Modesto, and the Hopkins Golden Eagles will bring it up across half court on the near sideline. Earl with a sunburst of speed drives.
Yeah.
3-ball, finds nothing but net. And Skorosky gets fouled viciously as he goes down hard, helped up by Carter Miller. That is going to be Vassallo and his 4th, if I'm counting right.
Yeah, I mean, wow. That was a very fast-paced play. I mean, both these teams have been playing their hearts out. I mean, just that collision against the wall left some sweat imprints. I mean, this is showing some effort. Wow.
Skorosky misses the first throw, and Vassallo checks out Cruz Perez. One of the few clean players in this game checks on. 39-25, trying to make it around 40, and he does.
Nice. 5 minutes left.
40-25 the score, 15-point lead for the Redhawks. Feed down low. West gets denied.
Yes.
Ellis, beautiful play, and now it's going the other way. Skorosky, stutter step, gets denied on the other blocks. Thought for sure that one was a foul. He was complaining. He threw a gesture up to the officials at least. He was very confused about it.
Yeah. Morris was upset that wasn't any higher than it was.
And now Skorosky trying again. 3-ball, too far. Miller. Backdoor try isn't there. And now Modesto on the third chance fires it too hard. Still loose ball sent sky high. Jump ball. And now Modesto comes down with it. Gets fouled. Looked like he got hit in the throat there as he was trying to swing it away from Hopkins. That might actually be the first foul against Cruz Perez.
Yeah.
It will be the 3rd foul of Hopkins. It is, yeah.
I was just about to say, I'm surprised. Yeah, okay, a soccer player checking in after that long ball. You could definitely see someone would have headed that. Wild.
Now Dredge thought about the 3. Miller in the corner takes his own luck too far and off the hand of Pachurik.
A lot of threes attempts this side of this game from both sides of this ball here, but not many have been landing.
And that is going to be number 4.
I think that might be their 5th by my count, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I would take it here, but this might just be last-minute repositioning, just figuring out what they're going to do for the rest of this game here.
I'm pretty sure it's their 5th.
Yeah.
But with 4:25 to go, Hopkins takes either their last or their second-to-last timeout. Or we were just told false information about how many timeouts the coaches have at this level of the game. Those are our options for the scenario right now.
I could not find it on MIAA, so yep.
Absolutely. And so the scenario here is the Red Hawks are leading the Golden Hawks 40-25. 2 fouls for Frontier, 3 fouls for Hopkins. 4:25 to go in the final quarter, and the stakes are pretty significant, I'd say. You're fighting an in-conference game. This is a conference rival that you're playing against. It gave you a pretty good run for your money your first time you faced them last year as well. It ended up being just about a buzzer beater from Max Millette to seal the deal in these teams' first meeting last year. Second game wasn't as close of a competition. Frontier won that one as well. But this has been, despite the difference of the score, it still is very much a game that Hopkins can compete dangerously in.
Yeah, and this is a testament to both teams how they can play. They're playing basically both down some of their strong weapons here, majorly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And kind of playing on the edge of losing a few players is Hopkins here. Speaking of which, there's Chase Earl driving on the low blocks, and he draws the foul against Rowan Modesto, who gives some credits to the big man, only his 2nd of the night.
Yep.
I mean, for a guy playing down low like that, that's usually who you might see getting into foul trouble early in the game. but not this time around.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Modesto hasn't had many points in the night, but he's been getting some fantastic rebounds and just been doing some really good playmaking. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. A lot of players on the teams that we don't often highlight, but there's so many players who are just feeding the balls and like being able to get this game going.
And Earl
down. There it is.
Goes 0 for 2 at the nail. Lead stays at 15 for the Red Hawks. Pass back from Miller to Dredge. Modesto takes a jumper. Got it.
Dang.
Banged it down off the far rim.
Proved me wrong right away. There it is.
His 4 points on the night. And now Cruz Perez, feed outside. Jab step in the fake. Now he drives. West feeds it up top. Earl through traffic. Oh, a beauty.
Nice.
For his 15th point of the night.
Great composure. They need that at this time of the game.
Now 3:35 to go.
Ooh.
Pass almost picked off. And the jumper from Pachurik rolls out of the cage. It's a smart take. He was open.
Yep.
Why not fire it? Now Cruz Perez, he's open. Why not? Too far. And loose ball picked up by Miller as he brings it up. One to each side. He feeds it over to his right. Ellis won't get a clean shot off as there was some contact there. There was no foul. I don't mean to imply there was a foul.
Yeah.
They were bumping into each other. But it's going to be a foul against Frontier. Carter Miller, his third.
Hopkins really needs to take a breath here. They're definitely getting this little break, but they need it if they want any chance here.
It wouldn't be a bad idea at all for Hopkins to start playing the foul game, try and draw some fouls. I mean, they've got plenty of they're right on the cusp of a bonus here. That can help you out if you make your free throws. And they also have guys that could be fouling out against Frontier as well. Or fouling out on Frontier, rather.
Yep.
Cross-court pass. Sizz driving, puts up a flying shot, and now Frazier gets the rebound. Moving the other way fast. He's got all kinds of room, and he lays it down.
Yeah, nothing you can do there. 3 offensive players against 1 defense.
And it looked like Sizz was in pursuit, but he was screened pretty well by the guys on the left of the court.
Yep.
As now, brought up through traffic, West loses the ball. Miller barely keeps it.
Nice.
Feed to the left, and Dredge. It looked like West might have gotten a piece of it as it got up.
Yeah, I agree.
Now Harry West walking around with 4 fouls. Feeding onto the low blocks. Here comes Logan by, and a travel is called.
Yep. This is a pretty substantial lead for this little amount of time left in the game.
Yeah, we had the timeout at a little short of 4.5 minutes, and that was a time when if we saw Hopkins come out of the timeout and really start shaking things up, they could really seriously come in back into this game at a steady pace. But they got to explode fast at this point in the game with 2:15 to go to really have a chance.
Yep, Frontier's just keep playing solid and close the book.
Modesto almost loses the ball. Out to Dredge. Now Frazier. Backdoor try. Out to Miller. His 3 ball. Too far. Frazier keeps it in. Loose, and it's turned over. Spencer by bringing it up off the deflection. Under 2 minutes to go. Earl looked like he eyed the basket there from the logo. But now it's Earl at the arc. Far sideline. Drives, runs into Modesto.
Great
and the
defense.
shot doesn't get even close to the basket. Modesto with the clean boards. Now feed over to Dredge. Fakes the shot. And it won't go this time either. Bad luck on that corner for Dredge. Frazier drives, puts up a hook shot, and he gets it.
Yep. Great job by Frazier there, but that's the first time I've never not seen somebody fall for one of Dredge's pump fakes. That was rare. He just didn't even flinch. It's wild.
Some good nerves right there from Nathan Rickles.
Guess so.
And Spearins coming into the game for Rowan Modesto. Sweating up a storm over there, I'm sure. And he's got to be thinking about his knee a little bit. You can see the brace on it. But he's shown no signs of any luck favoring so far in this game, Tyler.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and that's something you got to see from these strong players. They're showing up. They're showing their seniority and like how they can really project themselves in this game.
By the way, while we were talking here, we have Eric Larson coming onto the court for Carter Miller. It's Chase Earl at the line right now as a bonus has been given to Hopkins off of the 4th foul by Garrett Dredge, 15th foul of the quarter. And with that, Earl checks onto the bench, possibly for the last time here, as he's joined by, it looks like, the rest. He joins the rest of the starters on the bench. 1 minute to go in the game. Flying jumper pulled by Dredge. And, oh my goodness, Frazier. Where has that been, man? He's telling me, he said, I say, Diego, why aren't you shooting more? He says, I'm not a shooter guy. Like, I'm not the shooter. That's not what I do. I create the plays. And
Diego Frazier is anything but that.
What's that then?
Fantastic. Yeah, I gotta say, we just saw some 2 very young players checking in. Landon and Nets. I'm very excited to see how they fare in the last minute of this game.
Yeah.
They're definite first varsity playing time at all.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Yeah, this is a strong enough lead. This is going to end in Frontier's court here. But let's see how they can maintain their resolve.
61 seconds left in the game. Wearing number 5, the JV players that have checked in for Frontier. Number 5, that's Xavier Fripp. And down low, guarding the inbound, number 21, that's Landon LaValle. Fripp on the coverage, trying to keep him across half court. And now it's Rickles going back and forth on the perimeter. 50 seconds to go. Going down low, hands it off to Cruz Perez. Loose ball, Fripp comes up with a steal, and it's Larson going the other way. Moving back, trying to find an open man. Landon, down low. It's Fripp. Spearance.
Good movement.
LaValle, 20 to shoot. Still along the perimeter, trying to penetrate through the defense. Pachurik, Larson takes a 3. Short, boards, loose, and Fripp goes down out of bounds as he stepped out with the ball.
This lineup here from the Red Hawks is the youngest we've seen on a varsity in like the longest time ever.
Yeah.
So none of the players are truly leaders yet on the b-ball court.
15 seconds left in the game. Shot clock is dark. Down goes Cruz Perez. He was looking for a call. And now Fripp is going to dribble it out, hand it over to Spearance, and that will be your ball game. 48-29. The Red Hawks are going to start their streak back up again. They had a 5-game win streak to start the season, lost to Greenfield, and they beat Athol in their last game. Now they beat Hopkins. They're too hot.
Absolutely, Mason. Yeah, I mean, that Greenfield game was rough, of course. They have some very strong opponents there, but this was more what we were used to earlier in the season.
Definitely.
And it's going to be very interesting how it progresses from here, because I remember last year in the season, it was very bipolar. It was going back and forth to see how we were going. Yeah,
a lot of back and forth from the Red Hawks last year, but playing much more consistent this time around. And, I mean, just Garrett Dredge. That's all I'm going to say. Just absolute unit of a player, MVP. Doing everything and anything on the court. So, final score, 48-29. Hawks take their 6th win of the season and beat their conference rivals, the Hopkins Golden Hawks. I've been Mason Smith here with Tyler Wolkowitz on his birthday. It's his birthday. He's 18 years old. Thank you for tuning in and watching this birthday stream for Tyler Wolkowitz. It was only for him.
Obviously. God.
You've been watching Frontier Community Access Television. Have a great night. Happy birthday, Tyler!
Well, thank you.